Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Day 2 in the dark. Live pictures from Detroit's west side tonight. DTE crews struggling to get ahead as hundreds of thousands of people remain without power and in many cases without heat. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 5. I'm Devin Skillian.
And I'm Christy McDonald in for Kimberly Gill tonight. So let's go ahead and take a look at the big picture. Right now, 458,000 DTE customers are without power. The company says that number will be cut in half, though, by the end of tonight.
Hoping to have 98% of their customers back on the grid by the end of the weekend. So that means a lot of work needs to be done in a very short period of time.
Yeah, but that isn't much consolation as temperatures begin to drop for the second night without heat. Sean Lay is going to kick off our coverage tonight. He is live on Detroit's west side. Sean, it's a real mess in that area.
It is. Penrod and Linden. This is what we're hearing from Detroiters. We are listening to you. Scenes like this. You've got a power line down. Detroit Fire directed me to this one because it was arcing and burning right across the middle of the street. Now, a crew came by, taped it off, but didn't fix the line and didn't pull the line out of the street. We've seen people walking over it with kids, people driving over it as well. It's not just here either. People want this cleaned up. It appears DTE shut the power off here. We're staying 25 feet away just to be sure. So is my photographer. But they want these scenes cleaned up and they want the power back on.
No power, no heat, freezing, kids in there freezing. It's just like no help.
Big time safety concerns, big time frustration for people here on Detroit's west side, and we are listening to you. This power line came down during Wednesday's storm and stayed hot, burning a groove into a yard.
Kid could have touched that wire and been hurt extremely bad. Y'all got to do something about this stuff, man.
We put Drone 4 up to have a look, and it does look like DTE switched the power off to this line. Detroit firefighters tell us they're frustrated too, essentially taking a fire engine out of service to sit at this line so no one would touch it. Thursday and again this morning, waiting for DTE.
All I know is when I looked out the window, there goes the fire truck, and it was smoking over there.
Detroit Fire getting calls for downed lines nonstop.
931 Central. We have wires down, pole to pole, in the rear of 1762. Notify DTE. We'll be standing by.
Look at the DTE outage map, street after street with no power. Firefighters pointing us to another hotline where we found DTE crews busy working on the line. We asked DTE about residents' frustrations.
Well, what we do is we tape the lines, and if we feel that they're still energized, then we'll leave somebody standing by the line to make sure that it remains safe. If the line is de-energized, then we can tape and move on. But tonight, Detroiters calling out DTE.
They need to get on their job.
Back here live now, DTE updating us just late this afternoon saying there was about 1,000 of these around. Now there's down to about 200 hanging lines. And also, we are seeing the crews in the neighborhood at 6. What some crew members are telling us kind of off the record about what's taking so long, saying it's a big process here, it's a big job. Also, businesses, Christy and Devin, all the way out to Telegraph, dark tonight. One in particular should be having the biggest day of its year.
Oh, wow, a lot of frustration there. All right, Sean, thanks so much. And we cannot say it enough. The ice left its mark all across Metro Detroit. And we've got a new tool to give us a look at the big picture.
Yeah, Brandon Rue in for Kim Adams tonight. A lot of work here left to be done with so many folks struggling, Brandon.
And you can see, according to our power outage map, that probably a half or more of those without power, it's Wayne and Oakland counties. So I went to an area that had pockets of power outage problems. That's a residential area near 14 and Lasser right here. Like many homeowners, it's old tree problems and above ground power line problems.
Was there something he would need to do?
Monica Donofrio is house sitting for her son and grandkids near 14 Mile and Lasser.
And they heard a big crash in the driveway and came out and saw the wires hanging.
After losing power late Wednesday, a willow tree branch then came crashing down on their power lines Thursday morning.
So it was pretty scary for the little ones. The oldest one is 4.
You can see the cable sitting on top of the bush right there. That's what broke off of their broke off the house.
While a local electrician gets to work,
they're coming to fix it.
The contracted power crews have to wait until the Donofrio's power lines are put back in their proper place before they can fix the bad transformer.
Fixing the box, installing a new pole, and then DTE can hook the wire back up, and then that will help everybody get power back.
We're unfortunately the smaller group, so you're a lower priority, but the feed off of DTE keeps saying wait till Sunday. Thanks, guys.
Neighbor Tim O'Leary is a retired automotive engineer. Although he sees progress being made, he knows the tricky trade-off, the same ancient trees that make Michigan communities beautiful and unique, also being potentially dangerous with outdated above-ground utility lines.
In hindsight, well, it seems to make sense. It's not cheap to do it, but it'd probably be a better way to go.
This is tough. We're losing some spectacular old trees. You're right. Yeah.
Absolutely. And good news in this, and I know it's not great for everybody, but Monica, who was house sitting there in Beverly Hills, said they just got the power back on at her son's house. Okay. So she's watching the news there because her power in West Bloomfield is still out.
Yeah.
So.
Long way to go.
Keeps going.
Story around the area. All right, well, at least we had some sunshine today. I'm trying to look on the positive side there, huh?
And some warming for the weekend also to look positive toward. But we do have a little snow coming in, possibly here late tonight, overnight. Not really impacting things now. We're sub-freezing everywhere. Where there have been a little more clouds, or where there has been more cloud cover, there is cooler temps. We've got 23 up in Lapeer, a little north wind, 5 to 10, but those wind chills are well into the teens. Feels like the lower 20s through most of Wayne County here over into Washtenaw as well. But it's a struggle out there. If you are heading out, it's 20s, falling to the lower 20s, and wind chills in the teens for your Friday evening plans. Dry. But we are tracking a snowmaker that is not far away. How much this will bring to us overnight, and then, yes, that much-needed warm-up straight ahead. Your Forewarn weather app, your greatest weapon and tool for all things weather. It's been bad all over the country, and we've got it covered there, but hyper locally as well. It's free. Just search Forewarn Weather under WDIV.
All right, thanks so much, Brandon. And all through the storm, WDIV insiders have been sending us their photos of the storm on MyPics. We're getting some really good ones. Go ahead and check this out. This photo from Heritage Park in Taylor with the ice on the trees. It's beautiful. It looks like a postcard. Completely still out there. You can submit your pictures to MyPics right on the homepage of clickondetroit.com or on the all-new Click on Detroit app.
1 year ago tonight, Russian tanks started rolling toward the Ukrainian border. Missiles fell from the sky, and with Ukraine under attack, families rushed to safety and shelter. More than 10 million Ukrainians have left their homeland since the war began, most crossing into neighboring Poland. Jay Gray was there a year ago. He's back along the Polish-Ukrainian border tonight for us. Jay.
Good evening from the border crossing in Medyka. This the line between Poland and the Ukraine. More than 1 million refugees have poured through this border, and they continue to move through right now. So many with the same question: what comes next? They have seen the horrors of war firsthand.
Almost immediately, we saw tanks, BMPs, soldiers right outside our windows.
Bombs and mortars tearing holes in their cities and villages. Russian troops moving in.
She is 73, and she and her husband had to live in the cellar for 7 months, hiding there. There was hardly any food.
In the last year, close to 10 million Ukrainians have been forced from their homes and homeland, most with just a backpack or suitcase, carrying all they have left from their lives before the war.
Photo albums with all the photos, grandparents, kids, grandkids. We left them all behind.
For others, a picture is all that's left.
This is my son. He was killed near Bakhmut on October 10th. They killed him like many others, but I think he died like a hero.
Grieving, scared, uncertain of their future, and in an unfamiliar place, unable to speak the language. For many, their only safe place is a UN Community Refugee Center.
The idea is really to bring everybody together.
The centers provide counseling, childcare, Polish language classes, legal aid, and in many cases, desperately needed financial help.
We want to have activities and services for everybody.
But perhaps the most important service here is the chance for survivors to be together again.
We are surrounded by kind people who we really trust. It's just like our own house. We feel like home with all these people around us.
All so far away and uncertain about the home they left behind. A look now at the vans, cars, semis, even a bus ready to head into Ukraine. Many of these bringing much needed supplies and materials. Some even headed to the front lines to join in the fight, while families continue to come across the border into Poland looking for safety and support. At the Medyka border crossing, Jay Gray, Local 4.
All right, Jay. And of course, a year ago, the general consensus was that this wasn't going to last very long at all.
Yep.
Just going to be a hot knife through butter. For the Ukrainians have been tough. Much more to come here on Local 4 News at 5.
Here's Grant Herms.
After that massive train derailment in Ohio, a lot of the cleanup is still being done, and a lot of that contaminated soil is coming right here to Van Buren Township. Coming up, we get a look at how it all works, how it's getting here safely, and what happens after it's treated.
All right, Grant, also, he still denies killing his wife and son, but Alex Murdaugh did admit to something on the stand in his murder trial today about what helped fuel his massive drug habit.
And 2 big freeway closures on tap for the weekend that could change the route to where you're going. What you need to know is coming up next at 5.